we'll start with you. So why don't you just share your name, and I'm going to put you on the spot. Is that okay? I'm so sorry. So your name, how long you've been at the business, and what is one thing you really want to touch on tonight as far as like holiday selling goes?
Well, my name is Kelsey. I've been with Mary Kay maybe, I don't know, like weeks.
Really putting you on the spot.
Yeah. And I guess I don't really know what I'd like to touch on. This is my first meeting.
Yay! So whatever.
Yeah.
Your game for whatever.
Yeah.
Yay, Kels. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Kayla.
Hi. Okay, I'm Kayla. I have been building my business for maybe a little over a year. I don't know, 15 months. And
Not that you're
what was that?
Not that you're
No, it's kind of like children, you know, you count in months. And what was the question about open house?
One thing you want to touch on as far as like holiday selling.
Okay, probably like packaging, like as in like pricing of like if you were to group things together and like do you upsell it? What do you do?
Yeah.
So
Okay. Awesome. Yay. 1, 2, 3. Hello.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I've been like 6 months or so, and I think one thing is just this is my first like holiday, so to kind of just like to learn what to do and different ideas to promote.
Yay. Welcome, Jordan. 1, 2, 3. Well, sorry.
That's okay. I'm Liz Cross. I've been in for a year and a half. One thing to learn tonight. Very business. Yeah.
Great. 1, 2, 3.
I'm Cheryl, and I've been about 5 years. And the holiday thing, I would need to do it kind of early because just trying to figure out how to work around some of that.
When do you
That's so tough.
That's such a bummer. You leave in December, right? December?
Well, sometimes, yeah.
Maybe earlier than that?
You should do a summer party.
Well, I'm looking at
Where do you go?
Florida. Well, why don't you just rock something up?
Yeah.
I don't have a big.
Not yet.
Exactly. I do not take.
I'm good where I'm at.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, Marty.
Actually, they come to you for credit.
Yeah.
Lady friends.
So 1 year, Barney said, "Why don't you whatever?" And I said, "I just don't even want to do an order. I don't want to mess with it because I'm packing up food." You know, where she's like. I also would like to, along with an open house, about discontinued product.
Yes. Okay. We'll touch on that. Awesome. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I have been a consultant for 3 years, but I just started working my business. Right? And what I do is different ideas. I've considered an open house or a holiday open house before, but I haven't ever done one. So I'm just excited to see what everybody else does.
Awesome. Yay. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I've been with Mary Kay for probably a month or so, a month and a half. And I am looking forward just to see what it's all about for the holidays. So for now, your tips.
Yay. 1, 2, 3.
I am Angie. I've been building my business for 11 years here at Mary Kay. And I just some different things, just some ways that you can reach customers, not in a huge avenue because I have a holiday open house to be successful, but for the people I can't come, like what are some things that you can do to reach out to them?
Awesome. 1, 2, 3.
I'm Ruth. Been in the salon for 3 years. And in addition to what Kayla wants, everybody else, the presentation of these special offerings, how to make them look nice, because that's not natural.
I hear your girlfriend. Oh my gosh. YouTube videos galore I've had to watch. 1, 2, 3.
My name is Ashley. I've been in for about 8 months. Same thing with Kayla and Ruth. You know, give bundles, what to pair with what, and just to make it look pretty and what kind of pricing should go with it.
Awesome. 1, 2, 3.
I'm Sue, and I've been in the business for a little over 10 months. And I think just with the holiday, I don't want to, like last year I was so brand, I didn't really think going, and I think I just try to build my business instead of thinking about giving like different like baskets and stuff. So this year I want to be more open to like the gift giving and the packaging and stuff like that instead of just like throwing something out there like this is what I'm going to have. It's Cyber Monday. These are, this is what you can do, the deals, and that's it. I didn't have any like cute little packages or anything. So I kind of want to work on that this year.
Yay, Sue. 1, 2, 3. Miss Rochelle.
I'm Rochelle. I am actually very new. I haven't signed up yet, but I was a consultant in the past, but I didn't really grow my business, and now I'm ready to do that. So I'm really here to learn more about what you all are doing and get some ideas and inspiration.
Yay. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Good job. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm Adrielle. I've been in this since the beginning of June this year, and something I want to get out of tonight is like creative packaging, like creative pairing, or like I see on Pinterest, someone took like little eyeshadows from the Mary Kay at Play and turned them into lollipops.
Isn't that so cute?
And I want to
gosh.
like know more about that and any creative pairings, creative packaging. Would be great.
Yay. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Abby. I don't know how long you've been in the company. I'm not too like you guys.
Like
maybe
3 months?
I'm
Even?
a month Monday.
How old is Jax?
Yeah.
Right
June,
before
I
Jax.
think that she was like May or April.
I was just before her, I think. April? Okay, well then April. And so, I guess I'm not lazy, but I'm not super involved. I'm a nursing major and I have all this other stuff that's going on, so I'm a little bit slack. And I just got a text this morning and she's like, you need to order, and I'm like, I can't. So, I guess just like ideas in the future to be able to use and just kind of move.
No.
My big word.
That's awesome. Yeah. Every year, don't you guys agree that you've been in multiple years, like you learn more and more? So no matter what your strategy is for this year, you'll be happy that you were here hearing this information. Yay. 1, 2, 3.
Hi. I'm Marissa. I should turn this around so, Jessica already knows what I look like. That I have been in for close to 2.5 years, just really understanding what it's about and trying to maintain orders. And what I'm hoping to learn is how to be awesome like y'all.
Right?
I don't know. I'm looking for suggestions on what to do because we're in such limbo housing wise and moving. And life just so I think maybe my open house this year will kind of be my Louisiana debut. We'll see.
You're making me nervous.
Yeah, I'm sweating over it. Okay. Well, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. So,
What are you thinking?
the beginning of November. So November meeting will be my last one.
Wait, is this like for real?
It's for real. Don't make me cry.
House, right? Did you just move?
Well, kind of. We're renting our friend's basement.
Oh.
Yeah. So, 2 of my 3 kids, they live with their mom in Louisiana. So,
I thought you were like military or something. So I'm like, oh, that's where I was.
no, I grew up in Louisiana. Davis was in the army down there and had twin boys, but they live with their mom, and they're 9 and they need their dad. So,
Yeah.
it's bittersweet. I'm excited to go because I'll be closer to my family, but I'll miss a lot of stuff.
So you'll be on the other end.
Yes. Yes. So somebody better learn how to do
this. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Jess, we'll have you introduce yourself too. Did you hear what we're all saying?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jessie, and I've had my business for about 10 months, I think. And I think the one thing that I want to learn more about is how to do like a sale at your holiday open house, especially when you're already doing holiday bucks, and like how that works out and what would be a good balance for that.
Awesome. Yay! Okay. So Jess's mom is visiting her and might be kind of hanging out with us tonight too. That is like commitment right there. You're hanging and making your mom hang with us. Okay, so first of all, I just want to make a couple of announcements. So our next Celebrate and Connect event is going to be actually the second Tuesday of October, which is October 13th. Just because I'll probably have a baby very close to
Like the day before.
like, yeah. So we're going to do the second Tuesday, October 13th. And other announcements of events that you might be interested in is there is an MK 5K in the area. And you're registered for it. Yay! This is your first time.
already doing it, but see that.
Are you? Which one is going on? What other one is going on?
No, that's Sunday.
Oh, I thought they were both on the 27th.
The 26th is this one.
Oh my gosh, I was like a week.
I look like
Some warm up.
Are you?
So that is again September 26th, and I did post a flyer on the Facebook page for those of you that are interested in doing that. And then next Tuesday, for those of you that want to start building your teams, I'm doing a Pizza and Possibilities event here. So you
Look
can.
what I have on my Tuesday. Maybe I should come.
What do you have?
Revisit
Yes.
my dentist.
Yes, you should come. And then Tuesday, September 15th, I'll do like a little get together with our red jackets. So if you're in red, you're welcome to join us for some sushi at Nakashima's. And then October 17th is another day. That is our Star and Red Jacket dinner. So if you are either a Star consultant for the quarter ending September 15th, or you're in your red jacket, or both, you're welcome to come to that dinner with
When is that?
a
October
17th with a friend.
What's a red jacket? How about we have a question?
What is a red jacket? Does anybody want to share what a red jacket is?
I know Kayla has one, but I don't know what that means.
Kayla, since you have one, tell us what that means.
It means having three.
Yep.
3 team members or more active.
Yes.
I don't know if that's
Yeah, so it's considered, Mary Kay always felt that position was like mid-management. So it's considered like mid-management, Mary Kay.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for asking. And if you are a Star and a red jacket, you're gonna get an extra special prize from me that night.
So is Star just meaning a certain amount of sales that you have?
Yep, exactly. Yep. So it's roughly selling in a quarter, about like $3,600, and then Mary Kay kind of rewards it by your wholesale orders. So it's wholesale orders of $1,800 in a quarter. So raise your hand if you're a Star already.
Oh, really?
Finish.
I'll finish tomorrow.
Awesome.
Good for you.
Awesome. That's awesome. And then, so then our Reds night in October will be, I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, sorry. October, you guys are used to it, what am I talking about? October 20th. So second Tuesday in October will be our Celebrate and Connect. Third Tuesday, like usual, will be our Reds night. Sushi.
I thought that was at Diane. Is that different?
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yes.
always be at Nakashima's?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, what time
What's that?
What time is next week?
What time is next week? So all of the events that I host in the evenings will always start at 6:15.
Okay.
So whether it be our Reds night or Pizza and Possibilities or Celebrate and Connect, 6:15 until 7:45.
So you said that the next Celebrate Connect is on the 13th, and
Yep.
then the Reds dinner
Yep.
is on the 20th.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
When was the Star Reds?
The Star and Reds dinner is October 17th. That's a Saturday.
October. What time?
6 o'clock. It's a surprise.
Oh, it's a surprise.
Yes. But definitely you can bring a significant other or friend or whatever. Also, last thing, on October 17th, that Saturday, there is a workshop going on. that some of the Green Bay area sales directors are putting on together. It is at Julie Neal's Mary Kay Studio. It goes from 9 until 3, and lunch is served, and I believe the cost is $16. So I know last year Kayla and Liz both went to this event. So would you talk about that workshop, what you remember about it?
Yeah.
And what it kind of did for you at that time in your business?
It was like my first Mary Kay event being in the business. And so it like seriously blew my mind that there were so many people even in Green Bay area that were like in like leadership in Mary Kay. Like I just thought it was just Marnie and like
it's just us.
It just really expands your mind to like how big the Mary Kay world is, even in our Green Bay area. And for me, it's really where I got the vision of earning my car. And so I like came home on fire from that event, like ready to earn my car. And my husband was like praying about it that whole week, and he actually had pink flowers waiting for me when I got home, and he told me that I am earning my car. Like the exact same time when I told him I was going to do it, he told me the same thing. So it was like a cool confirmation. It was like the coolest event though. You learn a lot, and you get to just be with other Mary Kay people outside of our unit. So
Yeah, I would agree. Super informational, super like educational. It's really good to go, and yeah, I think the more you can get in your Mary Kay bubble, the better. That's been the things. So awesome. I mean, they don't say anything there that Marnie doesn't already say here. It's just good to hear from other people and be around that environment and the atmosphere.
And they only do it once a year.
It's every
twice.
There's a fall workshop, and then did we do a winter one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did do one in January too. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So was this the workshop that you sent a formal for? Was that a different workshop?
Yes, I did text you a picture of it. Yes.
it is worth the $17 though, because it comes with a meal too. So it's
17.
17.
Is it 17?
17.
Thank you, Kayla Cornish. I thought 16. 17.
Oh, maybe it is 16. Did they change it? Last year was 17. So
Was it? Okay.
I don't know, 16 or 17.
We'll look on the Facebook page. And
But
get
it's
the
cheap.
official.
70.
Lunches, 70. No. And there's only 50 spots open. So if you're interested in it, just let me know when I can give you Julie's address on where to mail your registration to. One sales director that goes to these workshops that I love hearing from is Chris Stylen.
Yes.
She is top in sales in the company and just has such a servant's heart. And I love just listening to her and learning from her on how she builds her customer base and loves on her customers. She has like over 650 customers.
Wow.
So
Where's she from?
Shiacton, Wisconsin. Do we even know where that is?
Yeah, I was like, is there even 600 people there?
Yeah,
Like
there's not,
3,000
yeah.
people in our town.
What's that?
Her town is like 3,000.
Yeah.
So if she can do it, you guys, we can do it.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She
Love
said she
hearing
orders like
her.
3,000 a month in wholesale.
And that's, so she's selling like double that. Absolutely. Yeah. So if you want to learn from her, come. And then, so after this baby's born, one thing that that I'm excited about doing is on Saturdays, I'll be hosting some muffins and makeovers events where you guys, and I'll probably do this like through the winter, like into spring, where you guys can bring people that you want a facial. And I'll lead like the skincare class, and you can come before or after, and we can do color consultations on people. So just watch for more information on that. So, okay, sweet. Awesome. So any questions on upcoming events going on in the next few months?
When do you think the first muffin day will be? You're not really sure.
Yeah, after the
Okay.
baby comes.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
when
When
is
is
October?
yeah, when is
Okay, so this is the deal. My due date is October 7th. If this baby is not here by September 30th, she will be forced to come out. No, we've just had some complications in the past, so they don't let me go past 39 weeks. So
what day, like, you have to have it by?
September 30th.
Yeah.
So. I know. Thank you for turning me on. I see I finished. Oh, okay. You guys, what's that?
Just run the 5K, you won't have a problem.
There you go. She'll slip right out. So we're gonna have a big span of babies coming in our group.
No way.
So we've just had Dax. Then we'll have Miss Baby Unknown, that Brian Hendrick's whole name. And then we will have
Brian gets the name
a beautiful Carlson little girl in November.
Carlson baby girl, yeah. Oh.
And then Miss Catherine Longley will welcome a
Baby
boy
Longley.
or a girl to the world. And then Miss Kayla will welcome a boy or a girl. A dinosaur in early December, right?
December 8th.
December 8th.
When's
And
that?
Steph is
And
due on the 15th.
Amber.
What about Reba?
Amber.
So,
Lots of babies.
we have lots of babies being popped up in the next few months, so yay for that. All right. So holiday selling. So it's September 1st, and you might have come here thinking tonight, like, wow, why are we talking about the holidays? And what I've always been taught as consultants in Mary Kay is that we want to think like a retailer thing. So when you think about it, do you think like Gap or Nordstrom's or any store in the mall, do you think they have their holiday strategy in place right now?
Last year.
Yeah, probably like last year. Yeah, they absolutely do. So it's great to just start thinking about your strategy in September. And what I would recommend is you make it your goal by like October 1st to have like a strategy like set into place. So like dates picked out, maybe flyers designed, and then that way you can kind of take October and November and communicate what's going to be happening to your customers and to your family, and B, make it happen. So the first selling idea that we're going to touch on tonight, and we're going to touch on several of them. And being in the business 10 years, there's definitely been seasons where I have done just a few of these and not put a lot of time into it. And then there's been other seasons, like in the last few years, that have really dove in and put a lot more time into it. And from my experience, what I can share is that you'll get out of the holiday selling season what you put into it. So if you really, really, really like try to work as much as you can on each of these ideas, you'll really have a successful selling season. You'll be able to pay for your family's like Christmas presents and cash from your business, no problem, and then some. And then, but the reality is some of us have things going on in life, school, babies, whatever. You might only be able to do one idea. But regardless, just like I shared with Abby, I think that you'll be happy you're here, just because the more that you can hear this information, you'll learn more every year just by your experiences on top of other people sharing their experiences. And every year you'll get better and better. So, okay, as far as a holiday open house goes, so this is kind of the first one that I wanted to touch on because this is probably like the most popular one, I would say. And it definitely is the selling idea that takes the most time as far as planning, preparation, and such goes. So raise your hand if you have held a holiday open house before. Okay, Ruth, Ange, and Liz. Okay, awesome. So why don't you share your experiences with this, if you could? I'm going to give you like a couple minutes and totally putting you on the spot. I should have given you a heads up, you guys, that you'd be talking about this, even though I bet you assumed that you would. So if you would share like how many years you've done one and what you've maybe learned after each one.
Okay, I've done it for 3 years. And I really still have no clue what I'm doing. The first year was the most successful. I did learn that you don't need a lot of different refreshments or things to, you don't need to spend a whole lot of money on that stuff because people just don't eat or drink stuff that you have out. And yeah, I think the first year was the most successful because I was just into Mary Kay and really working things.
Didn't you sell like a crazy amount your first year?
1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good for a first open house.
Yeah. I didn't have MEGGA bucks the first year. I think I had the percentage off. They'll bring a friend, you got 20%. You come by yourself, it was like 10 or 15 or something like that. And that was real successful. The Mega Bucks, I want to know more about what you did because I did the Mega Bucks, then plus 20% off or something. It's like, oh my God, okay, I still made money, but it was nowhere
That's taken
near.
a little ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, that was, so I really want to learn more about all that.
Awesome. Great. Awesome. So what did you do? You've held 2?
3.
3. So what did you do in sales your second and your third?
Just probably a couple hundred down each time.
Okay. So it's been, I mean, hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah,
each time.
they've been successful, but I want to kind of go back up again.
Yeah. Okay. And did you had one day?
I had one day, but I also had web orders for all my, you could call or you could place it early or late. And some of my friends kind of like, is it still okay? A week later or something. But yeah, I let them know that they could order online by phone or whatever if they couldn't make it. And still being down in Milwaukee.
Okay. Now, as I kind of pick each of your brains, Miss Jessica Wilcox, she's such a rock star. She last week emailed me like a list of like a bunch of questions about open houses. Yeah. And I thought, wow, it's like perfect just to touch on this tonight. So I'm going to bring up these questions, but one that's in my head is, how did you communicate about your open house to your customers? Did you send out Facebook invites, actual invitations?
Actual invitations. The year I did not send out actual invitations, but did, through Facebook or calls or just alert people, was not as successful as an actual invitation in their hand. So this year I thought I would try and develop a flyer and mail that out as opposed to, invitations per se.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And then, when did you do yours? Did you find that it worked well, like to do it on a certain day? Did you ever consider that you did it? Or?
I did it like almost the second Saturday in November. So I had a plan for this year, but then my godson / nephew's in a play down in Racine, so I had to move it up to November 7th.
Okay, awesome. What did you sell the most of? Do you remember, Ruth? And like, what would you recommend for a consultant to have on hand?
Oh, that's a good question. Makeup.
I have to say, me too.
Yeah.
You're talking color?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Me too. Color. I was shocked by that. How'd you advertise? Get the word out? Would you do anything different?
I'm going to do flyers and Facebook. No, not particularly anything different.
Yeah.
I just want to know my strategy.
Yep. And then,
did you do appointments or did you just have it open for the whole day?
I had it open for
the come and go.
I had it open for the day, and I kind of shortened the hours. This year I'm kind of looking at Marnie's thing, whether I'm going to do it a little bit on Friday as well as Saturday. But no, I didn't have appointments except that I did, I think 2 years ago, had 2 people come, and because it wasn't real busy at that time, we did skincare facials, and they both bought a time-wise repair. But so that,
it's a good situation to be in.
Yeah. Ruth, didn't you do a random like spring open house one time, and like you came here and we're like just like nonchalantly like, oh yeah, I had an okay week of sales, and we're like, oh, what'd you do? And you
was that the makeover day? That
was it?
Blast.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, Mary had a makeover day, and so I kind of threw myself into that, and I learned a lot about putting makeup on. We had a blast. We were trying all these different products, and so now I'm doing eyeliner. I did eyebrow stuff, once in a while. That's one of my top sellers and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a blast, the makeover day.
And then discount, you said you did 20% off the first year.
Bring a friend, you get 20% off, 10% otherwise.
Okay.
15% otherwise.
And then this year you'll have the holiday bucks for sure. And
yeah, and I
to
had
be determined.
Bucks. Yeah, and then to be determined what I'm going to do beyond that.
Okay, cool.
Because I wanted to be able to attract those who maybe haven't done a whole lot of purchasing this last year. What's going to draw them here for some kind of a discount if they don't have Mega Bucks?
I'm excited. Did you give the person who came with, like their buddy, like bring a buddy and you get 20% off? Did you give that buddy an extra
20% off too?
Oh, as well. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they both got
Thank you for sharing. And will you share kind of your?
Yeah.
This is where you'll want to take notes for sure, you guys. Like you haven't started already.
Yeah, that's good.
Ruth, you had awesome tips. Thank you.
Yeah. So I have been in Mary Kay for 11 years. When I started my open house, I don't remember. I can't remember if it was the first year I was in or if I waited a couple years, but my first year was so not successful. I spent a lot of time and a lot of money, and I had like $50 in sales. And I was like, whoa, I don't think I'm going to do these ever again. So mine was just the opposite of Ruth. Mine has been building throughout the years. I too, like Ruth said, learned that I do not need a smorgasbord of food. Brownies seem to be extremely popular. So just brownies, chocolate of some sort. I do have like a pot of hot water, and then I have packets of coffee and tea and hot chocolate and apple cider, and so they can kind of make their own whatever they want. So I just have learned over the years like what my customers like. So there's a girl that always comes that loves apple cider and brings her kids, and so I make sure to have apple cider for her. You know, so just, you know, you'll learn over time what your customers want and definitely cater to them. One director I know, she makes a certain kind of soup every year, and her customers come for her soup. And so I'm not a cook. Nobody would come for my soup. So. Maybe brownies from box. So, but the what I do for a discount, I've done anywhere from doing 10 to 20% to giving more percent if they bring a friend, to giving a gift if they bring a friend, to doing the holiday bucks. And when I did the holiday bucks, they just got their holiday bucks, but then that was my predicament. Then like my newer customers didn't, like nothing enticed them to come. There was no reason for them to come to my house at a set time. And then the holiday bucks didn't work as well for me because I was very forgetful. And so my customers would be like, did I get holiday bucks? I'm like, oh, yes, you did. I'm so sorry. I forgot to put them in your bag. And so they just don't function well for me. So I do, now what has been successful for me is doing 20% off. If they bring a friend, they get a free gift. And so normally I let them pick a satin hands, hand cream, or a mint bliss foot cream. I mean, something around $10.
So that's in addition to the 20% off?
Yeah, because they brought a friend.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just giving it to the one who brought a friend, right?
Yeah.
So that she brings a friend.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and then that friend will get 20% off. That was their, I mean, they can come and get 20%
Do you market
off.
that on your flyer?
I do market that bring a friend, you get a free gift. I don't market that your friend will also get 20% off because I don't want them to bring somebody else's customer, so to speak. Yeah. So I just leave it. I mean, I don't market that they get it. If they ask, I'll be like, yeah, if your friend comes along, they get 20% off, but please, make sure they don't have a consultant or something like that. So, the highest I've had in sales, I believe, was last year, and I think it was 1,800 in one day. So I do mine from 9 in the morning. I start, but it tends to start more like 8 or 8:30, and then it goes until about 5 on a Saturday. I pick the same day every year. It's always opening weekend of deer hunting.
Smart. Good idea.
Yep. And so
writing that one down.
I have no idea.
What did you say the gift? What you said, satin hands?
The hand cream.
Just the
it's $10. Yeah. But you could do anything. I mean, you could do like the mini hands. Yeah.
You know what another good thing to do would be for that, Cheryl, is if you could put your extra like mini deluxe products that they have.
Oh yeah.
So like eye makeup removers, mini lash line mascaras, because those are only $2.
Mm-hmm.
The mini.
They're great.
They've been doing, and I can show them to you after, like mini, they call them deluxe minis. Every quarter they change them. We can use them as like gift with purchases. Mm-hmm. So this quarter it's like the mini microdermabrasion plus set.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you could almost have like a basket of those too.
Adriel and I were just talking about like how you're saying like the little mini thingies to get your, who you were saying to give them to, but we're like if anybody just orders, so then the customer does come and order something. They might have another consultant, but they're not getting a discount. Advertise to purchase a bunch of stuff in there, so they get a bonus, but nothing off. So they're not getting an extra credit.
Sure. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So do you
Sure.
order extra product or do you take orders? Or you do order extra product now because you know what you're gonna be selling?
I've done it both ways. I've ordered extra product and it's been beneficial in some ways, but also burned me in the past when I have a ton of product on my shelf.
Right.
So my customers now know that, I mean, I might stock up a little bit and be like, okay, I know that this customer is gonna, my aunt comes every year and she orders her repair line for the entire year. And so she'll get like 3 repair lines. So I mean, so I know that she'll order more, but my customers know that they'll get some things. They just won't get everything right away, like they typically are used to. But they're okay with that because they get 20% off, and it's not like they're waiting 5 months to get it. I mean, it's there within 2 weeks.
Like
So
next week,
yeah. So that's what I do. They get 20% off just for coming. They have to come to me. And I do take appointments. I've done it both ways, and I've heard people say, don't take appointments. It should be their conveniences to coming. But us as women, if it's not a set time, we're like, oh, I gotta do the laundry quick. Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I forgot about it. It's not in their schedule. And so I've had the most success with doing appointments. And every half hour, I just have something coming in, and I'm busy the entire day. I schedule my sisters over lunch so I can eat in front of them. So just know to take a break somehow and eat. So, but yeah, this year I'll probably do either Friday evening or Sunday afternoon, just to fit in a couple more people. But I have, my whole house is overtaken, so my son is gone, my husband is gone, and so I can't leave it set up forever. So, and I like doing it at my house because then my house is fully decorated for Christmas and I'm done. A couple weeks ahead of time.
I did kind of like that. Yeah, like forced me to get my.
Yep, and then I'm done, and then in like middle of January, Kevin's like, "Can you take this down?" I'm like, "No." It's going up for like 3 months. And so, yeah, I do also, to get rid of the discontinued products, I do have a table that they can come and purchase that for 40% off. So they also know that if they come to my open house, they get to purchase off the new table at a good discount. So, and I've done it where if they purchase $100, I can buy at the table, or I've done it if they come, they can. So I typically do, if you come, you get to purchase because it's not something I want to keep forever. So.
Question: what is your approximately how big is your customer base? Even in like the Green Bay area, are the people who are physically coming to your house?
The people that are physically coming to my house, so if I like 16 people.
Okay.
So really good.
Solid.
Yeah.
So, and they know, I mean, so like at the end of October, beginning of November, those customers don't order, and then they don't order probably the end of November. I mean, so just be prepared for that. Make sure you have classes on your books and features on your books with new people to, recoup the sales that you don't get at that time frame, because all of it is clumped into one day. So just make sure to keep that way, that you just always have to have new people to be seen.
In case it may be jumping ahead, but like with those of you that are doing the open house and end of October, beginning of November makes sense. Are you also then doing a Pink Friday or whatever after Thanksgiving? Because my worry with that is that I do that every year, and I've always done it even before I was like a working consultant. But my worry is like giving a discount and then just backing it up again. I don't know. I don't want to. Yes, and I don't want to like cheat a customer. Do you know what I mean? Where
like giving better discounts on different days.
Right, but I want to incentivize people to be in my city, because that's really when I do my best work. So what do you guys do with that?
I have not done, I think I did like a Pink Friday sale, but I had the same thought process as you. I didn't want to get 20% off if they shopped with me online for Pink Friday, because then that totally defeated the person coming to me and seeing everything that was displayed. Not the work that you put into it.
Right.
So if I did a discount, it was definitely less than what I would do at my open house. My open house is going to be, if you come to my open house, it's going to be the best deal.
Worth your buck.
So
Yeah.
Worth your
yeah, if you come to me. If you want to have a sale down the road, or, you can even do, if you don't want to clump it right next together, you can even do something like, yay, December 1st, kind of a, almost here, here's an extra special sale.
And we'd rather people buy for all their Christmas people at the end of November before they can big stuff.
So helpful. Do you have like all your product and everything out, like all the product and like in the whole book? Do you have just everything out, or
No. I had
your
done
house
that
look like?
where I had like a lot of things out, and that's a lot of work. I also, there's some people who will wrap like a whole, like they'll have, you know, like a coffee mug with hot chocolate and a hand cream setting all wrapped up nicely.
Yeah.
So I might have one of those and they can buy that, but I don't have 5 of them made for people to come in and take them off, because then I had to undo all of those, and like all the time that you spent making them really was a lot of time you could put elsewhere, whether it be with your family or doing something else. So I don't do that anymore. I have one that's a display. If they want it like that, then I will make it for them. If they just want it because of the hand cream, then that's fine. And some people will just be like, oh yeah, I'll take the socks and the hand cream and I'll do it myself, kind of thing. I'm like, here you go.
So that people just already know kind of what products that they want, and then you just have them.
Yeah, my customers kind of have their shopping list all set, and they come and then they just see a couple of different Christmas ideas, and then they'll buy for some random people. But they kind of already are set. I mean, my aunt comes with the list, so she knows what she wants. And of course, you have new customers along the way. So I have a lot of new customers that have never been to my open house, so they have no idea what to expect. So you always have to be coaching them that, nope, I have a scheduled time. I have this time and this time open, and I always text them saying, oh, I'm just taking appointments for my holiday open house. Right now I fill up in the morning super fast, and so if they don't get something in the morning, they're likely not to come.
Did you charge extra for like your wrapping? You offer wrapping?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't charge anything.
Like things
So,
that are pretty
yeah.
fancy. Okay.
There's some people will do, mine's not very pretty. So I feel as if I can't charge all that much more for a ribbon. So I just do cellophane and I tie it with a nice bow. I mean, I might get some fancy Christmas ribbon to do that with. And then, you know, the mug, like I get at the dollar store or something, a lot of them are cute, or you can go to Goodwill, or I mean, you can go anywhere to find them for $1. They're all over the place. And so I just eat that dollar cost. I don't make it super expensive. You can always cover the cost. I mean, if you want to put a hot chocolate in there, and then do a coffee mug, and you just say, well, it's $1 more for this, or you can just buy the hand cream separate. So I mean, you can do it however you want, because you definitely don't want to lose money over the holidays. You want it to be there, but you also want to pamper your customers that have been there for you for the whole year too. So.
Okay. Are you gonna do anything different this year?
With my holiday open house, I probably won't do too much different, other than have the extra day. And then, but I do want to do something for those customers that couldn't make it that day. And I've tried in the past to get together with them, like just like a stop and shop kind of appointment. And some people it works for, and other people not so much. And so I don't know what has been successful, what other people that you've heard of as successful. So, and as far as like then giving the discount, do they get 20% because they couldn't make it? I'm almost more inclined to be like, well, you couldn't make it that day, and that's totally fine. But it'll be 15% or something. You know what? I don't know how to. But then I don't want. I mean, just because they have something scheduled that day, I don't want to chastise them for not coming, because they're putting their son's play ahead of.
Or you could say it runs another week if you can get here like the following week and still running at 20%.
Yeah. For me, that wouldn't work because it's all set up. So I couldn't do that. But I could be
set up in a place
but
where
if you meet with me,
do other things.
Yeah, if you meet with me within the next week, I could do like if you do
That's
stop
a
and
great
shop,
idea.
like that's really good.
Time limit.
Yeah,
That's a really good
that's
idea.
really good. And then just put all like the holiday stuff in a basket, like do a cute little
bring an
basket
open
to
house
carry
too.
it with you, and
Yeah.
just ask them if they already have a shopping list of anything that they would like me to bring or not. I mean, so a lot of people are already be like, oh yeah, I want this, this, and this, and this. So yeah, that's a great idea. Just the time limit. Yeah.
Explain the stop and shop, please.
A stop and shop can be done any point in time. It doesn't have to be for a holiday. Some people, you can hear like holiday coffees, they call them. But it's basically where you take
yourself and the products to your customer for like 15-20 minutes. So say for this quarter, what I would do is I would put I have the perfume samples, the demos in my bag, the cologne, the spray mist, because I absolutely love that. And then you'd have like, you know, whatever colors you took, like the lipsticks or whatever you want to show them in a bag. And then you would just be like, hey, I'm going to be in your area. I have the new products. If you'd love to try them, I have them with me. Can I stop by and just show them to you? Or if when they reorder, just be like, hey, I have the new products. Would you like me to bring them? And I did that for one person, and she bought a perfume. She was a brand new customer, and she didn't have a lot of money, and she's like, I really like that perfume. I'm going to buy the perfume. And I was like, okay. So yeah, so that's just a little show and tell kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well said. Show and tell.
Show and tell.
Yep. Great. Any other questions for Angie? All right. Liz.
Well, I didn't really like have as deep of a strategy as Angie did last year. I mean, this year I'm going to go into it a lot better. I just had like sort of like 9 to 3 on a Saturday, and it was just kind of mass chaos. I mean, I sold over $1,000, so that was good. But it was like nuts in the morning, like you said, and like the afternoon we just kind of like sat around and tried to keep our house clean while our daughter was destroying it. So it was like I'll never do that again. We'll only do appointments this time. Because then I think you'll try to space out your day better instead of, because like literally at one point I had like 15 people in my house, and like James and I were running around like mad people, and so that was nuts. And then we didn't have him for 2 hours, so it was just like dumb, you know. So appointments only this year, but yeah, it went good. I kind of went nuts on the packages, and that was dumb. Like I feel like people go to buy stuff for themselves more for other people. Like I didn't really have too many people buy things for like as gifts. They just went to like stock up on their own personal items, or maybe like, oh, I'll get an eyeliner for stocking stuffer, but it wasn't like, oh, I have nothing else to buy for people, so I'm just going to come and buy a ton of gift packages. That was not the experience that I had. So I'll probably just do like 2, maybe 3. I sold, like I did satin lips with like a martini glass with chocolate kisses, like wrapped in cellophane and a bow. That I think I sold 10 of. Wow. And so like that was good. And so satin, because I mean, you can give that to anyone, like your boss, your coworkers, your aunt, whoever you have for like, you know, Secret Santa or whatever. So that was like a really hot item. And I did charge more for packaging because I think I spent $3 or $4 on each package thing. So like satin lips is 18. I think I charged 21 for the whole package. And I didn't have anyone bat an eye at that. You know, I was like, oh yeah, I'll take, you know. And the other thing that sold like crazy was Mint Bliss energizing lotions with socks. That's all I did. I had like fuzzy socks from the Dollar Tree. And the Mint Bliss is 11, and the socks were 12. So I think I charged, or I mean $1. So I charged like $12 for it, and I think I sold 15 of those. So like that was nuts. And then anything else I didn't really sell, and it was a waste of time. So I think the small, like cute little packages are like super helpful. But yeah.
Yeah. So
You also did.
you go. No, you go.
Oh, she also had these this little.
Yeah, you were a customer at my open house at that
exactly.
point.
There was a little bowl, and you got to pick a little piece of paper, and it told you how much percent you got off.
Yeah.
So it was kind of something fun. I think it ranged from like what
10 to
10%?
30.
10 to 30.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah.
And then you got your range, and then it was fair too.
Yeah, that I don't feel like I would do that again though, because I feel like if I had one person that was like got 10% off and their buddy got like 30, I just felt like awkward almost. So I would always like give them more off because I just felt weird about that. So I think I might do something and I did holiday bucks this year, so I'll probably do like, yeah, if you bring a friend, you'll get an extra $20 or I don't know, something like that. So, but yeah, that I liked when you had like just individual people, but like I felt really awkward when one person got a steep discount and one person only got 10%. It was like, I felt weird, you know?
You shouldn't have. My sister and my friend and I, we went together, and one got one more and the other one got less.
And you didn't care?
But we joked about it. We thought it was fun.
Oh, okay.
You got.
Well, that's good to know from a customer point of view.
I mean, I felt bad. I was always like, oh, sorry. But okay, if you didn't care, then that's
so you
good.
didn't see either one of them, they extra than up here.
No. Yeah,
No,
she
but we
like,
had fun, so.
yeah, Ashley brought 2 people to my open house, like just.
And there was cookies and lemonade. No punch.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
That was it.
But I was like super light on the refreshments. I just said, yeah, chocolate chip cookies and punch. That was it.
It was great.
Yeah.
Perhaps I need your punch recipe.
Yes,
good.
She remembers the punch.
I think James made it. He's the cook. No.
Yeah, I hear you.
All I remember is James making pink cupcakes for your debut.
Yeah.
Apparently
That was
so sweet.
Do you have a strong Green Bay customer base? The reason I keep asking too is that I have a really nice customer base, but they're all over.
Yeah.
So I need to have a strategy to engage people. So like when you guys are inviting, you're not just inviting your customers, but you're also sending more flyers out to people, and you're openly posting on Facebook, which is kind of like a gray area.
Post on
No,
yeah,
okay.
only on your business page or like create an event, and then I would do it on the event.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really want
or
to do that.
schedule FaceTimes with them. Like schedule appointments.
Yeah.
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 Or Skype.
So what I did for but for notifying my customers, I liked it a lot, and I think that's why my open house was so successful my first year, because I'd only been in Mary Kay 9 months at that time. But I did like, I send out postcards. Like I have a good friend who's a graphic designer. She like made me really cute postcards, and I sent them out like a month before. And then I did text like every single week, like clockwork, to try and get people reminded, you know. And I sent out like emails, Facebook. So I bombarded people with like notifications, and so because people forget, it's a busy time of year. Like you're not a priority. Like if there's a sale at JCPenney, I could miss it and I wouldn't care, you know. But if they kept like contacting me about it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I need to go do that, you know. So.
Yeah, that definitely was a benefit. I would have forgotten otherwise.
Yeah, yep.
So a month before you sent out a postcard.
Yeah.
And then every week I heard from you after that?
Maybe, I think 2 weeks I did. So maybe like after the postcard, I'd be like, hey, you should have got my postcard. I'm super excited to see you on December 5th.
Okay.
And then like week before, I'd be like, hey, can't wait to see you. What time do you plan on coming? That's what I did.
Okay. And then you didn't do anything the day before or anything, or?
I think that was like my couple days before.
That was your couple days before? Okay.
Yep.
All right. And you didn't.
But you obviously like know what you're doing. So, I mean, that was like a hodgepodge of like chaos. So.
Like there's always room for improvement. I mean, people can always get better. But you didn't feel that was too much?
No, I definitely did. And then like you got confirmation from me as to, oh, what time do you think you'll be coming by?
Yeah.
And then that made me think more, okay, what time am I going to be
When
there?
should schedule
I have to
something?
write this down so that I don't forget it.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something I did.
Okay. So the scheduling thing was helpful for you. So,
Yes, very much so.
But I'm taking appointments this year because that was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
I've always wondered about that. If you get a crush of people and you're trying to figure out
That was
somebody's
me.
order, and then there's somebody else like.
Then I had a screaming like that like 1-year-old. That was crazy. Yeah.
And then you just missed things. So
what?
Where did you get the postcard?
I have a friend who's a graphic designer. She designed them for me, and I had them printed at FedEx.
And
Kinko's.
ballpark figure, how much did that cost?
Like postage, printing, everything, $60.
But you didn't have, well, she's your friend, so she just did it for free?
No,
Or you like gave
I
her
paid
some?
her.
Okay, so $60 included, or just
No,
$60
$60 like print and send them. Well, no, probably included.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's not that expensive. Because I only, at the time, like I think I sent out maybe 80 postcards. So, and postcard stamps are a lot cheaper than regular stamps, so like 10 cents less. So I think postage was like maybe $20 and print them maybe, 15. Because you can print 4 to a page, so you could just cut them and print them like that. Because if they're postcard size, they have to be small enough so you can fit 4 to a page. So it really wasn't that expensive. It's worth your time and your money because people feel more like they're invited to an event versus just, you have Facebook events 3 times a day. It's not that special. So I mean, I get invited to parties and jamborees. It's like I don't even look at them. So when I get something in the mail, right? Yeah. And it feels more special. You feel like, ooh, I have a special Mary Kay lady in her holiday open house, and I got invited. You feel like special. So I will always do like in the mail postcards, handwritten, addressed. Yeah, definitely.
And you, sorry, go. You get discounts through Office Max, Office Depot. It's the same thing now. So go
and
on
FedEx
In
Depots
Touch.
too.
And FedEx,
40% off there.
Okay, so make sure that you're taking advantage of the discounts. So
You say you're in Mary Kay, and they say, "Oh, where's the headquarters?"
Yeah,
in
they
Dallas. And it's okay.
Yeah, they might have you show them like a business card or something, but yeah.
And
FedEx
which
Depots.
they do that just to check that your card.
So good to know.
Is that their thing? They say that.
Well, I
It's
think
kind of the
I
same
think they
thing.
just have to type it in
not
their
like
computer,
your-
so I don't think it's really wise.
Liz, I think you hit everything, and you have to head out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi guys.
Bye.
I have a quick question for you guys. Open house people.
and you guys too. If I have someone from out of town customers, which you do too, would you guys offer a discount, like if they called in on your open house day to order, or like would you just say, why don't I just grab them during my Pink Friday sale? Like, because I have a lot of people in Dubuque, which is where my husband's from, and I just like don't know if I should like. I mean, I could try to do an open house there too, but this year with the baby, it probably won't work. But I just like don't want them to like feel like they're left out because they literally could not drive the 4 hours to home.
I do. Anybody that's over a half hour can still take advantage of the sale.
Definitely.
So yeah. And then I just with my experience in the past and how busy I am that day, I wouldn't tell them to call me that day because I would have no time to respond to them, and they'll be like, hey, did you get my message? Or, like, do I get my discount? Or, kind of thing. So I would be like, I would give them the week. Like you had recommended, like give them that time limit. So if you contact me within this week, but what you might want to do with them is be like, oh yeah, since you can't make it, you can absolutely take advantage of my sale. The day before my sale, I'll post you like any cute baskets that you're making or something that you're gonna display. Maybe just take a picture of them and post them. Okay. Yeah, post them like just tell them that you're gonna email or however you're gonna send it to them, so they can see that and be like, hey, these are some ideas. Looking forward to answering any questions that you may have, and just spoiling you with your 20% discount this week. So yeah, just something like that.
What about collecting holiday bucks from those people? Would you like have them send them to you, or would you just have them take a picture and send it to you, or like
watch them like Skype it?
Yeah. Like
or just scratch them from your book. Like do you keep like a
no,
tally?
I don't keep track of them. I just pass them.
Yeah, send them.
Yeah. So I don't even know how much.
Do you have like a year on them? Yeah. Or like a different color to each year?
No, I change my design every year, but if you don't plan on doing that, then I would have them for sure send them to you.
Send them to me?
Yeah. Okay. Or tear them up right in front of you.
I know what another consultant used to do is that they had like have the holiday bucks by a certain time. They'd have like an open house every quarter, and then you'd have to use them up by that quarter. So just by the next holiday house, open house.
What they could do is like when you send them their product, you have like a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea. That's really customer service.
So they don't have to so if it were me, I'd be like, I have to pay money to send you this now.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Do for the open house ladies, I have a team member in Green Bay who is very slowly getting active in her business, and I've thought about inviting her to be part of my open house. So that you don't think, I would love for her to be in my space, but do you think with your busyness, would that ever be a conflict in terms of customer service or anything like that?
It depends on your comfort level. So like these two ladies are my team members, and I would have no problem with them coming over and having their customers come over. They're responsible for their customers and doing their own thing. And of course you'll coach them and you'll tell them, okay, so this is this and this is this. They do not have to do the same specials as you do. So they could totally run their own separate, different open house. The way that might get a little weird is if you have I have a basket out saying, here's your free gift for coming. And so then you're like, oh, sorry, that's not your free gift kind of thing. So, you'd have to, in some aspects, be on the same page with some things. But no, I think that's amazing because, they might not have a big enough customer base to, warrant setting this all up and you already have the supplies and all of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, my team members are able to come to my house and bring their customers as long as they're doing it at the same time that I have available. I can't be there on a, set up at this time, I guess taken down at this time, and that's, so as long as it's with your schedule, that's perfect.
Go for it?
Yep, go for it.
The busiest neighborhood ever.
Yes.
It's so many cars. It's really great.
Any other questions for these ladies?
I have a question. Do you think it would be successful if you did not have a product there and it was strictly catalogs, but you still had some little gift baskets or some cutesy little things, little packages, but didn't have legitimate product that they had to order from a catalog? If you don't have a store yet or a product.
That's a good question. Personally, being
woman who likes to look at stuff before I buy it, I don't think it would be as successful.
Okay.
So that's maybe where I would see if you had maybe a friend that you knew that was having an open house, or if a director in the area was having an open house, that you can maybe bring your customers to that would be a good idea. Or, I mean, I don't think that I would say not do it. I would just see how it works. Maybe it'll be great for you to have those couple things set up. And if they're coming because they already know what they're going to purchase and they want the discount, they may come regardless. But it's nice to have them there just because then it can upsell them. It's a really good opportunity to upsell. So, you know, maybe search out, and I'm sure Marnie can help you like find, there's a couple directors that do open houses in the area that you may be able to, you know, be able to join in on theirs.
So you don't have any product out that they can try, though?
I do.
Or you do have samples?
I do.
Do you use the samples then, or?
I have, for my demos, I have mostly full-size products, so I would have that out for them to try.
Like a beauty bar
during
almost? An open house, okay.
They can, but I don't have the time to be like, hey, let's sit down and do a color appointment right here.
Right.
I mean, if they want to look at the colors, they'll be like, oh, sure, I have those. Here you go. Sit at the table and I'll help you. I mean, they get their half-hour time, and so I can do whatever they want in that half hour. And then they just know that, oh, next was, I mean, they see the next person come in, and they see me like running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So they know that I'm busy, and so they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, you just play. You just do whatever you want.
So what do you have out? You have not sample sizes. You have full size.
Mm-hmm. So I always have a large like banquet table set up that has the 4 different skincares. I always make sure that the skincare lines are out because that's one of the things that you really want to show in Mary Kay is the skincare. And then I'll have little like cutesy baskets of you know, some things that they can buy for the holidays, just like Liz was saying, you know, her big seller is martini with the satin lips and stuff. I'll have that out for them to see. Things that they can try, I have all the perfumes out, so they can try the perfumes and they can try the colognes. And then I'll have, I normally don't have the trays of color out, but some people will ask, and so then I'll just go grab them and they can like try the, you know, the big, I have a tray that has all the full-size, you know, cheek and eye colors, and they can play with that, and I'll bring them up in the mirror if they want to do that. So most people don't come to try things, and if they do, they typically let me know when they schedule the appointment. Like, hey, I wanted to try the microderm. Could I do that when I'm there? And then I would say, absolutely. Well, I'll just make sure I have that all up for you. So, and then I'm like, you know, worst case scenario, here's my bathroom. Go ahead and like put it on, take it off, you know, to walk them through it. But if they want to play, they're more than welcome to play. So it just wouldn't be as much of a one-on-one with other people showing up as it would be if I met with them for a facial. Does that answer your question or not really?
How many gift bundles do you have? Is it like you know, you have like those little holiday themed bundles?
Yeah, like Liz said, like 2 or 3. That's it.
No, I mean like of each kind, like I mean like different kinds. Like so you just have like a martini one and then just the other one and that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
We have a gift giving lookbook coming out. Oh, I'm sure you guys maybe saw this beginning of October. So Mary Kay sometimes comes out with like fun things that we can just display or have the catalog sitting out. Like they've done like pomegranate satin hands, or I think like this year they have some like warm vanilla sugar shower gel and body lotion. So and the packaging on them is really cute. So they're going to do a good job this year of like really preparing us to like not even have to worry about doing a lot of
You would
stuff.
almost have to order that ahead of time, because if you have however many people that they run out.
Right.
They don't
They do
stock.
run out of those
Yes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep, you are right.
That's,
Yeah, I know,
always
that's tough.
iffy.
Those pomegranate satin hands, they ran out way too early. I know.
So you kind of have to jump in and, you know, order however many and then
Yeah.
know that you may have.
Okay, so Angie, you were, and Ruth, you guys were awesome, and Liz was amazing too. So I'm just going to share like a little bit about my experience with the open house. Even though this was so helpful and I feel like it's not necessary, but maybe I can offer something. So this is not an idea I jumped into my business right away. I did a lot of like in my first like 7 years, I did a lot of like Pink Friday, Cyber Monday, types of things, but for some reason just didn't jump on the holiday open house bandwagon. And I really kicked myself for not doing it for multiple reasons. Number one, obviously, who could not get excited about selling like $1,000 in a day, right? No, but more importantly, just the personal connection that you can make with your customers is so, so, so powerful. I like last year was kind of like my first year of doing it the way I did it. The thought of having like a mad rush of people at once really overwhelmed me. So what I did is I had like a full week of times available that my customers could come and schedule appointments. So I did just during the times I can work my business in the morning. I think I had from like 9 to 11 open Monday through Friday. And then in the evenings from like 6 to 8. And then I had all day Saturday and all day Sunday. And again, by appointment only. I got my family like super involved. My customers would walk in and like Brian would welcome them, and my girls probably running around naked sometimes would welcome them. But I think like one of the beautiful things about Mary Kay is that, you know, people, when they purchase products from us, it's not like they're like supporting like a CEO purchasing like their third vacation home. They're like, they're supporting us and our family, you know? And I think it's like really powerful for our customers to see what they're supporting and who they're supporting and just connect with them on that personal level. So yeah, I did it by appointment only. And I tried to make them like Angie did, like 30 minutes apart from each other. And once in a while I'd have like a couple people at one. And one thing that you'll want to master as a beauty consultant anyway is really being able to get a group of women together that might not necessarily know each other that well and create like a party and like hopefully like help them get to know each other. So I definitely had to be able to do that multiple times. So when my customers would come, again, Brian would greet them, my girls would greet them, he'd send them down here. I had my display down here, and I had a full display of all demos that people could play with. So I just had all my demos that I have sitting out, all my skincare demos, all my lipsticks, all my, so like a beauty bar kind of feel. That's a fun idea to Pinterest, by the way, a Mary Kay beauty bar. And then I had last year a lot of discontinued products. So my goal for my open house was to get rid of discontinued product. So I had like $5 grab and go kind of a thing. And just because I had so much that I wanted to get rid of. Now this year, I like got rid of everything last year. So this year, like my strategy will be much different. And then I think the only other thing I did was BOGO, buy one, get one 50% off. So, and then I had people like obviously using their holiday bucks. So this year, well, I should mention this with holiday bucks. Last year, I was absolutely blown away by people that actually saved them. This year, now that it's my second year of really being consistent with holiday bucks, my customers have been talking like all year about how many they've been accumulating. So I think like if you are gonna do holiday bucks, just like do it and be consistent with it. And I think it gets better and better every single year. And so this year, I don't have discontinued products to get rid of, like I said. So what I'm gonna try doing, and this just goes to show that you're gonna hear so many different ideas tonight, do what excites you and try different things out. And next year you might wanna do something different. So in Angie's case, she said she wouldn't want to do this. But in my case, I this year I'm going to try having a bunch of products sitting out that people can grab and like fill up little baskets or shopping bags or whatever. Just because it got really busy for me, like writing up orders and then running and packing it all up. So I thought that it would maybe save me time, but who knows? In January, I might be like, Angie, you were right. Why did I do that? And my plan this year is not to do BOGO because I do have a lot of people with a lot of holiday bucks. But it's to have like really, really, really cute displays and like, for example, eyeliner. You know, I would have like, you know, retail price and then today's price. So retail price might be $12. Today's price might be $10. So I plan on discounting just a teeny bit. But like I said, I'm not going to be doing like 20% off or a BOGO or anything like that. Now, if you are not doing holiday bucks or if you haven't done holiday bucks this year, then that's what I would definitely recommend, like a BOGO or like a good sale to offer. Okay, communication. So I had this really cute invitation, just funny invitation I posted on the Facebook page, designed through a company called Pink Ink Media. And I printed it and mailed a copy out to all of my customers. I love what Liz said about doing postcards. That definitely makes it more affordable. And if you like that, that elf flyer that I posted on the Facebook page, I think you can pay like $20 and have your picture put on it and your holiday open house information put on it. But that company, Pink Ink Media, they make really cute, look at their Facebook page. They make really, really, really cute open house flyers that you can, you know, ask them to tweak. I think it was $20 that I paid for that, which is like so worth it to me because that is definitely not a gift of mine to design things like that. So I mailed that out. I changed my Facebook profile picture like a couple weeks before my open house to be like my open house flyer. I know what Liz did is she had those postcards on her at all times, and when she'd run into people like in her everyday life, she would like hand them out. And then I started getting people like the week before, I would say, that started setting up appointments with me. But if I did not hear from them, I definitely, like Liz and Angie and Ruth have kind of said, I definitely reached out to them, and I had literally a printed off list of every single one of my customers. And I would like make notes on if they scheduled an appointment with me or when I texted them to remind them. And I like just made notes on that list nonstop and texted as many people as I can. If people said they were going to get back to me, if like I reached out to them and they were like, I'm going to get back to you, and I didn't hear from them like with a few days left before the week was over, I would text them again. If I didn't hear from them, you know, on the last day, I texted them again. And I can't tell you how many times that follow-up really, really, really paid off. Just like, you know, had made great connections with people I really had to work hard to get here, and great sales too with that follow-up. So definitely, like we've said, I definitely would recommend like planning for the same day, or like if you're going to do like a couple day thing or week type of thing, just because you want to look at like the big picture. So your customers will kind of like get used to it. Now, obviously, like, and I think you said you have family coming into town or a family commitment and a baby coming or whatever. So that might be different, and that's okay this year, but just long term, maybe try to be consistent with what you do. And what to serve, I mean, I think I go back and forth on this. I didn't even offer you guys a bottle of water tonight. I'm so sorry. Clearly that's not a gift of mine. But I look at Kayla Cornish, and that's truly a gift of hers. If you ever want to be blown away, like go to a gathering that she does. She cooks, I mean, this amazing food. and like just the display of it. So I don't know, Kayla, your customers might kind of be disappointed if you don't cook for them. No pressure.
I do that, but then it's like them hearing like, you know, people are gonna come.
Yeah,
and
no, totally, and especially if you do it over a couple days. But
Yeah.
maybe for you, you have that punch recipe that's a go-to
Yeah, I was
thing.
thinking brownie
And I'm sure you'll make. There you go. That would be. There you go. So, and that's truly like I think the fun thing about open houses in general, and obviously this business in general, is like we all have different strengths and we all have different gifts, and so do what excites you. Don't feel like you have to be Ruth Hunter, Angie Christie, or Liz Carlson, or Marnie Hendricks. Like, just be you, and take the ideas that excite you and run with those. I did find that I sold a lot of glamour, in, like I said, my discontinued products. As far as ordering up front, I would be very careful with that. Like, I think people are totally fine with open houses if you have to like send them home with their products at a later day. Like obviously if there's limited edition stuff or like, things like that the company is going to come out with for like holiday, it might be a good idea to have one of them, but I wouldn't feel like you have to like order 5. I would take that gamble if you sell a bunch of them, that hopefully between us all, you can like track down what you would sell if Mary Kay sold out of it. I think especially if you're brand new, like this is your first or second year with limited edition products, every quarter I'd be really careful on how much of that stuff you keep on hand. I think it took me like 4 years to like really see my current customers really getting excited about limited edition products. And then what else? I did have a lot of people, like Angie said, come with like lists of people, they want to buy a perfume for their grandma or whatever. I had a lot of people purchase for themselves and come with lists.
Do you have them pay you on the spot or when you deliver the product?
I have them pay me on the
that
spot.
Day, whether
Yes.
you've got it all or not.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. With out of town people, last year what I did is I had a lot of text conversations going on throughout the week with my out of town people of like showing them pictures of what I had and showing them the deals. This year, thank you, Kayla, I will schedule Skype appointments with them or FaceTimes with them just because I want to be able to like create that personal touch with them. And anybody that, I did mine like a week long. So like, I think I had a few stragglers that didn't make it like on, my last day, which was Sunday, like they said they were going to. So I think I had a few like stop and shops that following week. So I didn't really have that issue just because mine was like a week long. But if I did only do a like 1 day thing, I would absolutely like be on, scheduling like stop and shops or holiday coffees or whatever. One thing I'm going to do different this year is I have a little stuffer being made, and I kind of wish I would have done this earlier with the save the date. So between now and then, I'll put it in all my reorder bags. And I think next year I might start doing this like in June, like a save the date. And let's see, Miss Jess, I'm going to have your questions right in front of me. Make sure I have them all answered.
Can I just say something while you're looking?
Yes.
So I think the biggest thing to remember with your open house for your customers is trying to have that personal touch with them. There's some customers that I don't see at all throughout the year. And honestly, if I didn't have an appointment scheduled, I would have no idea who they were because I literally did not see them. You just drop their product in the door, they come to your house and pick it up. And so like to just have them randomly come and freak me out.
Yeah.
But just to have that personal touch. And so I've done it at my house and I've also done it at a different location. If you're at a different location, they don't get to see you. Like Marnie said, they don't get to see your husband. They don't get to see your family. They don't get to see like what home you live in. It's not a mansion. It's, like you're a real person. You're normal.
Yeah.
They don't get to see all of that.
Also, so that's the biggest thing, is just to connect with your customers so they feel bonded to you. Also, when you're thinking about having an open house, if you want to do it elsewhere versus your house, just think, I know that when I was first starting, I'm glad I did it at my house, because then when I didn't have anybody coming, I went and I had so much laundry to fold, it was unreal. So I just like within my back bedroom.
Yeah, totally.
And so I could accomplish a lot of things like in a different area of my house that I wouldn't have been able to do if I was at a different location. So kind of think of those things, as far as, what if I have nobody come, which won't happen because you guys are all going to be amazing. But just think of those kinds of things. And the biggest thing is how you combine your customer to you. So that should be your biggest goal.
Yeah. And I think too, like, there is so much power in doing it at your house. And I think like with your situation, your customers would love to come see Jason and see your kids in your new house. I mean, gosh, you should have no problems getting people this year. So, if our dates aren't at the same time, you can definitely borrow any of my demos or whatever. So, I mean, I feel like there's enough of us that we could like help each other out with that sort of thing. Anyway, okay, other ideas I want to touch on for 3 minutes is Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And I did post examples of what a Black Friday or a Cyber Monday sale that you could run. And again, I think like communication to think about. How did you communicate?
I put it on flyers, and as I held, because it was right after I started. So
that was right after you started.
I had all my parties already in line, so every time I had a party before Cyber Monday, I would hand out my flyers to all my clients. And then they put it on their fridge, because they had a visual paper. And mine started at midnight, so I was getting emails at 12:02. Yeah. Some of them was at 2 o'clock. One person was at 5 o'clock, and then she emailed me or texted me too and said, "Did you get it?" Well, it woke me up, but I was like, I checked and I said, no. She goes, but I sent it and it went into spam.
Oh,
so
that's good that she
said it went. So she said, I just want to make sure I get the 50% off. And so yeah, I had like 10 clients, and I was in the business for 6 weeks maybe. So, yeah. And they all took advantage of it. But yeah, they're awesome. They wanted the deals, and then I delivered them, and it was great.
Yeah.
I just put on Word document and just made up my own flyer.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. You go, girl.
You just handed those out to people that weren't even your clients yet? Or like new?
Not all my clients, but then some of them were also work coworkers and stuff like that. So then they became my clients to the show.
I kind of go back and forth on what I would recommend. Like last year, I didn't even do a Pink Friday or a Cyber Monday sale. I think because I was putting so much effort into my open house. So, I kind of, like I said, I go back and forth. I kind of think like obviously Sue was brand new. She couldn't do an open house. So I think that worked awesome. So I think if you're in the position to not be able to do an open house, take this, what she did,
still with only like
and run with it.
50% off, still is a $500 sale.
Yeah, that's amazing. But I don't know if you're going to put a lot of time into your open house, if it's going to be totally necessary to do a Cyber Monday, Black Friday sale. But if you're not going to do an open house, do it, and do it exactly like she did, because that's awesome. Okay, another idea is a Facebook flash sale that you could do. So this would be like where you could kind of like create a holiday open house through like a Facebook event. And this is actually an idea we're going to be talking about next month. I have Casey Burke. She's a newer consultant in our unit. She has been doing Facebook flash sales and is making like $400 to $600 by doing these. So she's going to come next month and show us how she does these Facebook flash sales and how she communicates with them and books parties off of them, and yeah, has awesome things happening with that. A fourth idea for you is to, as you're doing facials in the next few months, I posted this on the Facebook page, but have your customers create holiday wish lists so that you can contact the people that are purchasing for them about Christmas gifts. You can put baskets together for your customers for like their wish list items. Or you could do a fun idea called 12 Days of Christmas. That's where you might contact like your customer's husband. Tell him that you have like this awesome wish list from, you know, for his wife, and you can do like this 12 Days of Christmas thing where she can open up one gift a day for the 12 days leading up to Christmas. And then there's another big idea in the Mary Kay world is like office and like kind of like professional world selling. So a lot of doctors might be purchasing, like my cousin's a doctor, she purchases for her nurses every year Mary Kay products. If you know somebody that you know is in management and might be purchasing for like a significant amount of people, that would be like another kind of market you could go towards too. So all right, was this helpful, you guys? Our time like flew by. Holy cowzers. Oh my gosh. So yeah, take the rest of this month, kind of like think about what we've talked about tonight, and then come up with your decisions and your official strategy, like October 1st, I would say. So next month we'll kind of like take a few minutes to share our official strategies with each other, and yeah.
Just sharing, anybody's going to do the corporate gift giving, just to maybe save you a little bit of time. When there was Administrative Professionals Day a number of months ago, I jumped into the corporate gift giving because I really want to build my base. I called a ton of companies, and again, just to save you a little bit of time, what I found with all these companies that I was calling, the bigger companies already have plans. They are big enough that they have teams that are taking care of all this way in advance. Yeah. The littler companies do not have the dollars to put into that for their employees, so they are doing something much smaller. They're bringing companies. So it's that middle niche where it's the companies that allow like the management or their HR teams to spend some money, but they don't have the bigger plans because they're not big enough. So like when I realized that and I started hitting the middle companies, they were like, oh, thank you. Yeah. So you could really think about that company. And not to say don't call, it's really great practice, but once I got through a bunch of calls, then I just went and it saved me a lot of time. So kind of like hit that middle tier. It's more of a value, I think.
Thank you for sharing that. That's so true.
So what was decided? If you use MEGGA, don't do the other.
I really wouldn't. No, just discount a few dollars. Say retail. That's what I would recommend. That's what my strategy is. Original price, today's price.
I think that looks better too. I think it's more attractive instead of like even though it's a small percentage, I think it's more enticing as today's price and what you're paying rather than 10%.
Yes.
Sometimes that doesn't feel like enough.
Yeah. Whereas if they see it,
yeah. That's my strategy.
How would you advertise that on your flyer? Would you just say like special discounted prices for this event or something?
I don't even think I put that on, actually. Look at my flyer. I think I just put like it's time to use up holiday bucks. This year my theme is going to be a sleigh full of babies. I'm going to have like a random picture of me in a sleigh. So maybe
I said slave. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, that's that. Oh my gosh, a sleigh full of babies. So you might come up with a little slogan, something like that.
Yeah.
But just be careful because then if you put too much, then you can't put it on like your Facebook page.
Oh, that's
you know what I mean?
Right.
So you could kind of just say that as you're communicating with people. Okay, this is the fact I'm going to leave you with. The average person spends $926 on Christmas. So make sure that the people in your life shop from the Mary Kay store. Okay.